Hi guys, this is Pestily. Welcome to season 4 of the Raid series. Now, in the previous 3 seasons, it was very different. I was doing a 0 to Kappa run, and I took you on the whole journey. However, with season 4, things are going to change. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the walkthrough, talkthroughs, pretty much a playthrough of Escape From Tarkov in the past, because in this season, it's going to get mixed up. Now, level 1 to 20, that is going to be very similar. I'm going to get you to the flea market. This way, you'll know how I level up to the flea market and then have access to that. Then, after level 20, I'm going to farm up some money. I don't know how much, maybe 10 million, 20 million. I don't anticipate it's going to take too long, but I'm going to work really hard on showing you how I make money as fast as possible and as efficiently as possible, so you guys get a good grasp on making money. I anticipate there will probably be 5 to 10 episodes. After getting all that money together, the whole plan is going to change up. And what we're going to work towards doing is 2 tasks normally available later on in your Tarkov experience. The first one is Escort. Requires you to be level 60. For this one, you need to kill 4 PMCs on every map without dying. So that will be one of the 2 objectives of my post money making session. And then the next one is going to be Huntsman Path Relentless. And this one normally unlocks at level 65. And you have to kill every scav boss without dying. I'll probably mix it up each time I die. I'll switch to the other one. So I'll go for killing all the PMCs on each map, the 4 PMCs on each map without dying. If I die, I'll switch it up and go into the Huntsman Path one, which is killing the bosses. And I'll keep going back and forth until I get it done, or I deem that I'm not good enough to do it. All right. Potentially we'll just see how we go. I haven't actually tried to do these in the past. I've done the Scab Boss challenge, from the past with our Lupo set the rule set, which is like more of a 0 to hero set. Oh my god, switch guns! Oh no! But I thought this would be a really good way so I can teach you how I go about killing PMCs and also hunting down those scav bosses with everyone else running around like crazy. Now, as per usual, the raid series is done on a standard account. I probably will push towards getting the Epsilon container, but after that, there won't be going on any further to try and get some, Kappa container or anything like that. The main focus will be what the objectives are for this raid season. So, without further ado, let's crack straight into it. So welcome back. This is usually the start of where it all begins. Now, I want to go a little bit of a different name this time, something that people wouldn't recognize me as easily. So let's go Giant Rock Moist. No, Moist is too obvious. Giant Rock Baggins. Giant Rock Baggins. Yep. I'm going to go USEC for this playthrough. Now, it doesn't make any difference. It just matters if you want to go Bear or USEC. It's about the voice lines. USEC have English, Bear have Russian. And then you can pick what kind of face you want based off these. Now, you can change your voice line after this. In the past, there was issues with that.
Still got work to do.
I usually go 41. So this is Josh. Josh's voice line is 41. And why I picked Mullen was that was the one that it landed on right there. As per usual, when you are first new to Escape From Tarkov and you're playing the game, you're going to come in here and you're going to be like, what the hell is all this crap? A lot of it you don't even use or you don't even need. In the past, it was really bad. Like half the stuff you didn't use at all. And now it's a little bit better. It's still not great. All right. They've got this new top-up feature you can use, take advantage of, where you can actually get the ammo and stacks better. This actually isn't the worst loadout for a starting loadout. Tasks. So this is the traders. You'll set all your tasks. Now, if you really wanted to, it takes a little bit of time to do it. You could go through all the traders and you can examine everything. Now, unless I'm mistaken, if you get to level 2, unless it's changed, if you get to level 2, you unlock Introduction, which is a mechanic task to go into woods and unlock Jaeger. Now, you can get to level 2 unless something's changed. It's like 500 XP. It's 1000 XP. I've already got 128 XP from doing that. So if we were to examine all this stuff, we would most likely have that 1000 XP. I probably will do that as my first quest because unlocking Jaeger early just gives you that extra options or stuff you can buy and another person you can sell some stuff to. As I'm going through this, I'll talk about some basic loadouts that are good to use whilst at level 1. So personal preference for me, I love this gun right here, the SKS. This with PS ammo, which is this ammo right here, 762 by 39 PS, will pretty much one tap every helmet in the game up until the really, really high level helmets, which are costing like 100 to 200,000 rubles for those helmets. So if you can get good at using an SKS, it's super strong. Don't pay it off. It's actually really good. And one of the really good things about the SKS is when you want to reload, you can have loose rounds in your pockets. So instead of having to take in a rig, you can literally just have like rounds in the pockets like that, and you can top load the SKS. So you can actually save yourself a little bit of money by not having to take in rigs to be able to reload your mag. Other loadouts. Now, personally, I don't really think the M4 with its 855 is that good. It's not horrible though. Like it's middle tier. I actually think this is a new addition to Skier level 1. This never used to be at Skier level 1. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is another option. All right, so the argument here would be, do you go a VP, a Vepa 136, which is the same caliber as the SKS, except for this uses a mag and it's got 30 rounds, right? So now you have to wear a rig to use it. So I could just show you. It's not that big a deal. There's the SKS. So for example, if I was to go like that, and we can chuck on that rig. For example, I would need to reload these mags compared to just having them in the pockets. Now, I don't believe you can buy these from traders at level 1. You can. This is 100%. This is 100% being changed. Unless something's crazy's happened. I thought this was either an unlockable or it happened a little bit later. But the fact that you can use 136s, I would probably say this is, if you have the spare money, this is actually a very valid option. A 136, you can put some ammo in the pocket like that, in the container like that, so you don't lose any ammo. And that's a very strong gun. This very accurate to use and very easy to use. The eyesights aren't too bad at all. But we might actually just start with that because I just invested the money into it anyway. Something that's really handy to do is you can actually go link search now before level 20, and you can actually take advantage of trying to find what you can buy off traders that will go onto your guns before being at level 20. Whereas the past, you had to be level 20 to do that. So that's new with this patch, this wipe. Or if you want to say, for example, see if you can just buy another one of those mags, I literally could just go, hey, Prepper still sells them, you know? So it gives me the opportunity to do that a bit faster. All right, how are we going for XP? I've got 300 to go. We'll get that easy. Now, if you didn't want to have to like sit here and do this, which I highly recommend you do because it will save you time in the raid and from getting caught out. But if you didn't want to examine all the items here, the one thing I would recommend you doing is go to each of the guns and go to each of the magazines and make sure you have these examined before you go into a raid. And the reason behind that is if you go into a raid, you kill someone, you pick up their gun, you pick up their rig, and you can't reload, it's half the time it's because you don't have that magazine examined. I know it's silly, but this is how it is, all right? If you don't have the magazine examined, you will not be able to reload that gun. At least go across all of them and just do magazines and guns. This is the kind of stuff that I would do, like, you know, if I was talking to my mates, waiting for them to load into a raid or get out of a raid. Now, we are how far away? We are 12 XP. We go to fence. Just go straight to the magazines. And we'll do the guns. And now we're at level 2. Means we should have introduction unlocked. All right, so that's all the guns there. I'll quickly go over armors and rigs just because this is the kind of stuff when you're in a clutch moment. This might bug out now. This is when you're in a clutch moment. You want to be able to try and get through this stuff nice and quick because everything that people sell to fence comes up on the old flea market. Not sorry, on the trader. All right, cool. So now we can go to mechanic. We get gunsmith part 1 and also introduction. So this is why I wanted to get this done because now we can go into woods, get this quest done on our very first raid. It's 4,500 XP if we survive, which will get us to level 3. At level 3, it should be Skier. No, it's 5 now. Maybe it used to be gunsmith part 1, used to be level 3. There was a quest that was level 3, but it's changed. No stress. Besides that, now for our loadout, we don't need any of this stuff. So this stuff, all cosmetic. You can barter trade the lower half mask for packers, but you could also just buy packers. So look, if you wanted to save 3 of them and save a little bit of money to get packers, go for it. But honestly, guys, it's just not worth the effort, or at least in my opinion. And you just want to start getting your money spent on Ragman. Anyway, now stash is going to be your biggest headache early on, trying to make sure you've got enough space for everything. So I usually suggest taking in at least a helmet, just because it stops you from getting smacked in the head by scavs. So 4, 5, 6, and we'll take a splint. Probably put that there and that there. So 7. So you could actually bind these just by typing them on your keyboard. So I usually go 4, 5, 6, 7. Some people like having their painkillers on 5. I don't know. It's personal preference, guys. Do what you like, do what you enjoy, and we'll go from there. Now, that's a big rig for going into woods, and we could save a little bit on that by doing this one. All right, because what we'll do is we take this one in with the full intention of dropping it, getting a bigger rig and coming out. Now, with woods, there is a car extract, and that costs 3,000 rubles to get out. Now, a little bit of a bug in the game. If you go in with 3,000 exactly and you pay for the car, it used to bug out. I don't know if it does anymore, but there's an option. Just take in 3,001 and you won't have anything to worry about. Food and drink shouldn't be an issue straight away, so don't worry about that. And make sure you have a heavy bandage, something for heavy bleeds early on, because this is really going to save you big time. Because the heavy bleeds, if you can't stop them, you'll die very quickly. And whilst the car med kit won't stop a heavy bleed, if you have an edge of darkness, you'll start with like the layers and stuff. But it looks like you don't have one here. What I might do, instead of taking the splint, I'm going to take the Vaseline. We'll put the splint just here. All right, leave that there. I'll just really quickly explain the medical system, but if you've watched up to season 4, you'll know all this stuff. If you're it's your first season playing Tarkov, this will at least be helpful. All right, so there's light bleeds and then there's heavy bleeds. All right, light bleeds, don't take as much health off you. Heavy bleeds, it's really rapid. All right, and then this will heal your health. These are your painkillers, so you can run on blacked out legs and stuff like that. Splints will fix fractures, and you'll be able to see that all in this location right here. All right, so like I said, the level 1 to 20 portion, I'm going to still treat it like a little bit of a tutorial. The people that are still quite new to Tarkov and they're wanting to learn some stuff. But overall, it's going to be aimed more of like an intermediate to advanced kind of playthrough, because we're going to be going for that high level stuff. Now, when it comes to insurance, guys, I'm not going to insure during this playthrough. The reason for that is I don't know how quickly I'm going to film it. I'm just going to film it when I feel like it. So I would highly recommend insuring only the stuff you don't think other people want. So what I mean by that, is most people won't pick up this backpack, so it's probably worth insuring it. Most people won't want this rig, so it's probably worth insuring it. All right, so if you've got a really awesome gun, probably wouldn't insure it, because 99% of the time, if you die, someone's going to take it out of the raid, and the only time you're going to get it back is if a scav kills you. If you're going somewhere like reserve maybe, and it might be a little bit harder for people to get out of that raid, and also high chance of dying to raiders, sure, do the insurance thing. But overall, just be careful, because it's got a lot more expensive over the days. Like a full insurance right now for me is 17,000 rubles. It's a lot really. Now, something to take note of if you didn't know this. Also, if you insure through therapist, it actually lasts 7 days. So if you don't play every day, say you play twice a week, insuring through therapist, you'll have 7 days. Except for the fact that it'll be 24,000 rubles to insure my entire kit instead of 17,000. So up to you if you want to do that or not. But just for anyone who didn't know that, there you go. Now you know. All right, we're going to jump into a raid. Hopefully this will be a very successful first raid. In the past, I have nearly always done customs and ran into the scav boss first thing. This is kind of my new way of playing it. I usually try and do this introduction task first, get Jaeger unlocked, and then we can start progressing through the Jaeger quest line at the exact same time, just doing another quest. So, yeah, let's see how we go. All right. We are in. All right, so this is kind of like towards the UN roadblock side. I'm going to probably do it a little bit more cautiously than what I need to. So there's a hidden stash back up here. I'm going to go to that hidden stash. There's an opportunity for us to get some meds and like some labels and stuff over there. So we could go and do that as well. Now, if you're ever wanting to do the PMC scav extract, that's the factory gate right there. So if you double tap O, and it says factory gate, that's it right there. All right, so pressing my mouse wheel down also to examine. Honestly, guys, I'm going to try and teach you good habits early on. Loot everything. Loot absolutely everything. Until you know the value of every item, loot absolutely everything. All right, and then when you find items that are a better value, which you'll learn over time, drop the stuff that aren't as valuable. But you should always try and exit the raid with every square field. Now, there's two options here on what to do. You can go into here, try and get the items here, and see if people push you while you're here, or there's a couple of hidden stashes down that way we can go to. There is a player spawn over here, but it's not super common someone's going to be there when I got the spawn that I got. Like, it is possible that you'd spawn at both, but I called this FOB, or forward operating base, but I don't know what the actual proper name for it is. Right, meds are important early. Loot everything when you first start, and I can explain stuff. This morphine is actually really good, and we'll take that. Hot rock can be useful as barter trades, as well as other utilities. Oh my god, loot. Now, the big items that we want from here, well, that's a big one. That IFAC we put in here. We're after a Salewa primarily. Toothpaste and soap and that can be used to upgrade the hideout. That's another good one. To be honest, I'll probably take the other IFAC. We're going to get rid of that. Take that. Alright, and I think we're going to get out of here now. The hope was to get med supplies. There is one more spot for med supplies over the back here. But we did just get a pretty decent chunk. Alright, so there's the splint there. This early on, we don't really need the wires and caps. I'm just going to get rid of them preemptively. They don't vendor for that much either. I think that's a scav. I'm just going to risk it. Oh, I'm just going to risk it. Yeah, that's a scav. Alright. We'll keep looting until he comes back our way. We want that for a quest that we're going to have very soon. We need the Amelia croutons. Bad running. I want to kill that scav. Go. Oh god. I thought I killed him. Maybe that's the player. I don't know. No, it's a scav. I can't see him though. You can obviously see me. I do not want to get caught out here fighting a scav. Looks like a good shot. Alright, so this is what I was talking about, having a, we're going to drop the rig. Just want to find out what ammo's in this real quick. Well, this is really good ammo. Like, I'm talking really good. Alright, if I have to get rid of anything, I'll get rid of the milk. Put that there. What we can also do here is do this. Now, I'm going to tap O, double tap O, see if someone's taken the car extract yet, which no one has. If it said that the bridge VX, which is vehicle extract, if that was green or red, green means someone's using it currently, which means in the 1 minute countdown, and red means it's gone. So. That up. So we could loot that bunker there. But I'm pretty happy with the fact we got the introduction quest item. I'm going to double tap O every now and then just to see if anyone is taking the vehicle extract. Now, we heard a gunshot up there, which was the sniper scav shooting at someone. That kind of did sound like towards the village. Not ideal. The one problem that we have with you know what, actually, I'm going to switch over to this. Maybe not. Oh, no, this is A55A1, which is the really good ammo. I don't know how to aim with this. This looks fucking whack. I think I just take off the actual main sight, but what do I drop? Might be easy to aim now. Give it a go. I should try to avoid hitting all these fucking trees along the way. Now, that's an extract for people that spawned on the other side of the map. So we don't want to be too close to hanging out here. Because people that are trying to avoid combat like we are right now. Like, we just want to get out of this raid. But we're not trying to chase down fights and anything like that. So, and there'll be other people doing the exact same thing as me right now. So they're like, hey, I just want to get out of this raid. And they'll head towards there. Now, we want to take advantage. Also, if we go down here, you'll die. It's like a out of bounds area. Also, we want to try and take advantage of the car extracts as much as possible so we can level up our fence rep, which will reduce our scav timer. So reduce our scav timer. We can do scav runs more often and have better loot when we go in. So now, if this was a speed run, which for the people that, you know, are interested in that kind of stuff, I would be sprinting everywhere. Time is like literally everything. My advice is watch my 1 to 20 speed run. I did it in like 15 hours, 1 to 20. If you want to try and give it a go, do something like that. And that was on a standard account, but I'd highly recommend always sprinting around all the time if you're like not afraid of dying lots. Gonna check for that car again. All right, so no one's activated. We're just about at the car now. And it's been a fairly uneventful raid, but it's kind of good so I can actually give you like a idea of how to have a successful raid without having to go too crazy. So guys, there's nothing wrong with going into a raid with the full intention of trying to get into as little conflict as possible. It's one of the reasons why I always do this quest first now, is because woods is generally either a quieter map or people are kind of focused towards that lumber mill and more the central sniper rock area. You do get people in this village quite often, but if you go around the path I just took, very rarely will you run into people. So now we're just going to wait it out. 30 seconds, get out of this map, and then we can start again and go to a new map. Keep double tapping O every now and then. The people will know that the extract's been activated. So if someone was in the village and had noticed that, they'll be watching for me to run back out there. So wait till there's about, you know, this time left, and then hide behind you and don't stand still. Bob's your uncle. We survived our first raid. I think that's the first season of the raid series that I didn't go customs first raid, but honestly, I've got to teach you the right way of doing it. So examine everything first that you can to get level 2, get the introduction quest, and then get your Jaeger quest out of the way. Right, it's not like I only got 2,000 XP and killed 1 scav. There were some gunshots up near the sniper rock, which I totally just didn't go near that. And then we just got out of that raid. There was no requirement for us to like go like balls deep into trying to kill everyone. If I was speedrunning, I'd be doing the exact same thing, but running in between and not explaining everything. Looting everything I can, every square I can, try and loot as much as you can. Don't be afraid to sell stuff, particularly early on until you have your first scav junk box. Once you have a scav junk box, you can, you know, it's not as stressful when it comes to the loot. Because at least you can like dump everything in there that you're going to need for hideout upgrades and stuff like that. In regards to the hideout, I don't know how much I'll upgrade it this playthrough. I think I'll upgrade it enough though that maybe I'll push towards level 1 Bitcoin farm. I don't know. It's not too difficult. Once you get the actually it requires level 30, I think, to get the Bitcoin farm. So maybe not. Maybe not. All right, so introduction task. We'll hand that across. Unlocks Jaeger. And then we've got the first Jaeger quest, which is, I think, handing over food and drink and stuff, which we've got one of the Iskras. And this just means that we can, when we find these items, we can hand them straight in, but also we get access to Jaeger's items. A little bit more fun times examining stuff, but more importantly, he's just got, I think, a couple of guns that are handy. You got the OPSKS. If you want to do some sniping earlier on, the VPO is not too bad, but it's much better with the AP ammo. But you can get the AP ammo, that's the thing. And also, there's I think it's one of the parts you need for this one here. You need this part here for the first gunsmith task. So if we were to get a couple of elite pliers and stuff, I think a screwdriver, buy that, and we've pretty much got the first gunsmith task done. So it's kind of like why I get the the Jaeger introduction task sorted, so I can buy stuff from Jaeger and then have no issues with that. From here, now we can do a cheeky scav run, which is probably what I'll lean towards doing now. The dream would be we try and make 1,000,000 rubles as quickly as possible whilst progressing, obviously. And then that way we get our scav junk box sorted. And then for all the quest items, we can just keep shoving them into that container and not having to think about it. One of the big things that's going to hold us up in the progression towards the Punisher quest line is keys. So going into reserve and searching filing cabinets a lot will actually be kind of handy when it comes to keys. I think early on, I'll just probably use this quite a bit as a storage container. That's a vendor item. I actually think I will vendor that. This ADAR is actually super sick. I know there's other ammo in these. Hopefully I don't mix them up, or I don't get confused, but it's actually really sick. These are for bad habit. Coffee has a barter trade, but it's a bit later on. That's what I mean by the required searching. So we can just vendor that one too. Karasa actually might be early-ish. I think it's level 2 Ragman. It's still quite a fair way away. Food and drink, I'll just put down here for now. And this is kind of how I meant, like, we get ourselves an extra rig and stuff, and then we don't have to worry about that as much. Backpack can go inside a backpack. Look, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm probably not going to use any of these pistol ammos and rounds and stuff. And the M4 stuff. Actually, not going to lie, the MP5 did do me really well early what. All right, so I won't completely pay it off, but the pistols can go. I'm not going to use these pistols. I absolutely hate the M9 Beretta, and we can sell that site. So it's not a lot of money, but it's more the space save. Just kind of wish I had cases early on, so that way I could clean up the space better. As for grenades, we'll keep the M67s. Get rid of those 2 flashes. MREs, we can use them for food and that if we really want. Melee weapons, personally, I just sell them all to Yanker until later on. Let's just get some money spent on Yanker, which you're going to have to use. You're going to have to get leveled up. Both more things I needed for a quest. So is the blood set if we go down that path or that far down the path. And I think that's probably good enough for now. So what I want to do now, before I go any further, is I want to do a scav run. Kick your scav run, just go into factory. Not going to do anything crazy. Just going to try and look for the med spawns, where there's a specific spawn now on the new factory expansion for med spawns. And then if we can grab some loot, we'll get out with it. That's it. Because literally, like, the loot that we've got on us right now, the gun, the rig, there's a backpack, there's like GSSHs, lower half mask, and the cap. All that there's probably worth about 100k, right? So we could literally run out, sell half that stuff, use what we want, and we just made ourselves 100k. And this raid, from matching, I think we'll probably be in there by about a minute 30 on the loading time. And then we can be out within a minute. That's it. 2 minutes, and we just made ourselves 100k. All right, so it was a minute 35 when we came in. Already 10 minutes into the raid, so we can extract straight away if we wanted to. There's a lot of shooting. We're going to search from jackets. 114 key is actually a quest key. Checkpoint key sells for a lot, which is handy. It's a 12 gauge suppressor. All right, our extract. We've got main, camera bunker door, which is down the bottom. Jesus, H is fucking loud. We need a TOS for a quest. Now we're getting out. And bam, that's simple. So we've got the TOS for a quest. We've got a quest key being the 114 key. And the rest of the stuff we could just literally straight sell. And it's literally that simple. So most of this stuff, I'm going to sell, quest. Put that down there. Sell, quest item. Sell. I'm going to leave that in there because it's just going to be easier than trying to make it fit. We need to put that up here. Got another packer. And done. I know it's like... There's different ways you can do your scav runs. That's how I do my scav runs. And every successful scav run now that you don't do anything negative, I'm pretty sure you get 0.01, unless they've changed it again. So you can increase your scav karma by doing those kind of runs as well. So just don't do anything negative. Don't kill other scavs. Scav karma is real. And yeah, so we went up 0.01. So we've got 0.25 from the car extract and 0.01 from that survived right there. So it's just like an easy way that we just get a little bit of stuff. Now, when we get level 5, we get gear unlocked. We can get that. We can have that pos handed straight in, and then we've got a new scav to worry about. For the rest of that stuff though, so we'll go Ragman first. We can actually hold on to these, and I'll show you why. So they sell for 1,000. I hate those headphones. They're not going to be held on to. Mechanic. Where's that Sliger? Damn, that's gone. Get rid of those rounds. 12 gauge suppressor. I'm going to get rid of that rig. Cool. And we just got to sell some money. Now, quest complete from mechanic. Oh, and then these two keys, or the key in the smoke. So we'll get rid of those two. Bam, done. All right, so that's just a little bit of a money spike. Help us out. Now, for down here, we don't need either of these. Top up that mag, and we're going to take in. Let's see. I kind of want to go into customs to get our 5 scav kills done, and then try and kill Rashala, just out of history's sake. Usually, right here, I wouldn't even worry about questing too much. I would just worry about getting items I need. So reserve for filing cabinets, customs nighttime for filing cabinets. I'll stick to my rule that I won't do any nighttime raids unless I've got night vision. Unless the quest says I can't use night vision for the quest, just because it's not very good for viewing experience, just me running around in the nighttime. But a lot of the time when I do my early quests, if I was to not do it on stream, not for YouTube, just for myself, I would literally do nighttime runs, because you don't run into anywhere near as many people. It's the scavs don't have as high aggro range, and you can pretty much just try and avoid most combat to get your quest done. And then once you got enough quests done, or you're ready to go kill PMCs, then you go daytime and you hunt down every single sound you hear and kill all the PMCs. That's generally how I play. And that's my play style for being able to level so quickly and so successfully, is doing that. All right, so everything's good here. I'm leaving these two open, which I could put that there and get rid of this one down here for now. Because then I can put quest items or keys in there or something like that. All right, we're going to go customs. Customs on the raid series has been notorious for being horrible. So don't expect me, or don't be surprised if I just walk out of the spawn and die instantly. I'm taking the 7,000 rubles to take the car extract as well, because if we get the car, I'm taking it. Rep for the all scav run, and it's also right next to the dorms. So if we do go to dorms, that's what we'll be checking out. All right, let's see how we go. All right, so this is going to be my death. I'm going to go straight to dorms. It's the closest spawn. Try and take advantage of it. I'll try my best to just check all the jackets and get out without hopefully dying to everyone. And if we get Rashala, we get Rashala. But if it's a short raid, it's a short raid. Level 1 endurance. Hype. Endurance is leveled by running underweight. You have to be under the yellow weight. I just killed them both. I definitely killed the one on the right. Now the sweat lords come. Did kill 2 at the end as well. Imagine this. Whew. Well, guys. All right. I need to move quick because they're 3 of them. Oh, God. We're going to need that for a quest. I'm taking that because it's worth something. This is where ensuring this stuff would have been nice. Have a quick look for keys and then we'll get out. The reason why I switched armors, even though this is 24 out of 35, this is a class 4 armor, because the pack is only a class 2. .203 is a quest key. Main focus will be get every key we can that's a quest key. There's a jacket in here. This just has the machinery key for us. Another quest key we need. The second prepper quest. Like I said earlier, loot everything we can early on. Have a quick look to see if the car's there, which it's not. Which is horrible for us. Else for a little bit. All right, we're gonna get out of here. There is 4 more jackets on the top floor, and there's jackets in the. Oh, fuck it, we're already here. Let's do it. Let's search all the jackets. If we can get a couple of quest keys, even if we die, not the end of the world. We need that for a quest. Now the level 7 dog tag isn't actually that good for us. Checkpoint key sells for a lot. 104 key has... It's not a bad key. It's not going to be very useful to us until we have a key tool though. Got 2 jackets in there. And a toolbox. I would have heard someone that would have came up here. But I still just want to check just in case someone snuck in at some point while we're looting. Oh, wow. That's a big key. Amicon medical key is required for a quest. And 214 is a safe key. I would rather that one over 104. I think we'll skip 2-story dorms. And we'll just go to the extract. Wow. Right. We can always get another machinery key. That's a lot of money's worth there with the roller. Line, we have to get rid of some stuff. All right. For now, get rid of those two. Keep that, get rid of that. I'd rather keep the contacts and get rid of that. I think that's the way it goes. But really, I need to put... Fuck. Actually, no, I want that AI2 over... So for value per square, AI2 is not as high a value, but... Then 7,000 rubles, but I want the extra healing. I think we're too heavy to actually get stamina back while walking. So that makes me want to change up my loadout just a touch. I think we need to get... I don't know if that will be enough. I think we're going to get down to like 43 kilo. Nothing really that heavy. It's all the shit that I'm carrying. This is worth too much money to drop. I don't really want to get rid of my gun. Oh, this is about... Remember how I talked about examining the mag? I couldn't reload then. We need to be able to run here. It's pretty fucked up now. So we've already taken on a heap of people. We got a heap of loot. We do not need to take on a fight. So instead of sitting there and fighting that guy, we are just going to get out of here. Now, perfect world. We could sneak around to old gas. We'll see how we go. I'm trying to keep my stamina up a little bit so I can always run. And the thing that saved us there more than anything, I think, was the fact that we already used the Vaseline. Gonna use again. I really hope old gas is open. It is. We are just going to get out of here. I'm not sticking around for anything. Whew. Big win. Big win. All right. That's a massive win. We got keys for days. Keys for days. And some serious money-making stuff. I don't know if we'll hold... Therapist level 2, we can get the... Oh, man. Oh, man. That was big. Therapist level 2, we can get the Doc's case, I think, the barter trade. So I think we will hold on to that line. But, oh, my God. What a sweet raid. What a sweet raid. Pushed into dorms. Had 2 guys charging there. There were 2, like, lobies with pistols. If they were gear guys, I was squashed. All right. The reason why that scav was charging towards them was for the fact that they were undergeared and so therefore they were like tagged and cursed. So the scav was charging them and that's why the scav was pretty much going to run past me. I got the easy kill on the scav. And then I hid in that corner while the player was pushing up and the player ran past me. Thank God when I took that first shot, he just kept running. I don't know why, but he got scared and ran. So I must have surprised him and it was good. I got that kill and then we were able to loot up. Started heading towards the extract. I hate going around that back area there near new gas. Near new gas. But it's also just as risky going past Stronghold to get to old gas. You got to weigh it up. Sometimes it's like people have already came from that direction. And then other times it's people like probably doing hidden stash runs and stuff that went there. So we got through it. Happy days. Now, as for the loot, wowza. All right. So rollers, there's a barter trade for mechanic at level 1 for this. All right. It's not really the like, it's worth more than a roller is. They sell out really quick, actually. It's just 101. Like a roller probably sells for 45k, and I'm pretty sure this barter trade sells for a lot more. I could be wrong. We can use the parts on it anyway. Refresh it maybe, I don't know. We can use a lot of the parts on it anyway. So the RK3 is really good. The PT3 with the backstock, like a lot of these parts we need for a gunsmith task. So 71k. So yeah, we're just gonna hold on to it for now because we can use it, like I said. All right, 214 key, Emicon, 203, machinery key. Now, dog tags. Do we want to hold on to dog tags? So what was the barter trade? It's flash drives at level 1. I think it's 3 flash drives at level 1 for a dog tag case. I think we'll hold on to them. All right. So for now, as long as they're level 10, I'm holding on to them. All right. That goes to Yanker for his quest. We're at level 4 and only 1400 XP to go. I don't think we'd be able to get 1400 XP by examining stuff. So we'd probably have to do one more raid to get there. But there's no way we're going to do one more raid this episode. It's already well over an hour. We can repair this. I'll probably repair that to skier because skier is harder to spend money on. 104 keys, a handy key to have. I might just chunk all keys in this for now. All right. Until we actually have better storage utensils. Now the lion we'll hold on to because I'm pretty sure it's therapist level 2. Yeah, it's therapist level 2, and you can buy a dog tank case at level 1. Therapist level 2, we can get a dog tank, a dog's case. We need a lion, a cat, and 4 horses. I think these are 3 horses. We won't have too much trouble getting that. Those we will sell. Actually, we'll keep that one. This can go down to here for hideout for now. And that goes there, back to there. I had to drop that gun because I was overweight, and if I didn't drop that gun, I would have been struggling to run, and I needed to get away from that fight. That was a fight I didn't want to take because he was holding the angle. If I was to push up, I probably would have died. So you take the small L to have the big dub. Small L for the big dub. All right, so that is everything. That is everything. What a ripper. What an absolute ripper. We were only got the two scavs on customs, but we've got 3 PMCs, and we are already level 4 and nearly level 5. So that is the end of the first episode of the raid series. Just to recap, guys, I will be doing the 1 to 20 as a more of a leveling, how to get to level 20, teach you guys all the tips and tricks that I do, why I level up in a certain way. And level 20 for probably the next 5 to 10 episodes max, be max 10 episodes. I will farm money, and I will try and get like somewhere between 10 and 20 million, so we can get a lot of money for sweet loadouts. So then we can do those 2 tasks, being the Huntsman's Path Relentless and the Escort task, where we kill 4 players on every map, or we do the Scav Boss challenge, where we kill every Scav Boss without dying. So that's where the whole season will end. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you do subscribe so you keep up to date for all the episodes that are coming out, and notification bell. They should come out 5 days a week, but I'm going to be filming the first ones just when I feel like it, get a bit of a buffer up, and then I'll try and be a little bit more strict with my recording schedule, which means there should be 5 episodes a week coming out every single week until the season's over. I think this season will be a little bit shorter. I'll probably cap it around the 80 episode mark. I feel like that would be a pretty decent season either way. That's about 4 months, but we'll see how we go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like and comment for the YouTube algorithm every single episode. Share it with your friends. If your friends are new to Tarkov, this is the season that they need to watch to know how to level quickly. I talk about all little tips and tricks. I'll get you that better, broader knowledge base, so then you can actually play a little bit more efficiently and effectively when you're playing Escape from Tarkov. You're not just, fumbling around trying to figure out what you're doing. You can learn some good and helpful tips. Besides that, guys, thanks for watching. And lastly, I'll see you next time.